Welcome back to the Sharp Tank for NFL Week 5, getting you our best bets. Before we get into it, though, I do need to say, if you're watching this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Look, this is our favorite show of the week. This is the one we're most excited for, and I'm not even sure if anyone's watching.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not power rankings, but it's a close second.
Well, where's the love, though? Like, we're giving out winners. We had a great week last week. I know we'll recap
We need a like
that.
goal. We need a like goal.
Yeah, we need a like goal. Give us 20 likes on the video.
I was going to say 12. Yeah.
20 likes.
20 likes on the video, and then we'll
We'll give you a winner.
We'll give you an extra winner.
Yeah.
We'll give
All
you a
my
moral
bets will
law.
be free. Yeah, if you give us 20 likes. Be sure to also check out our partners over at Manscaped. You're going to get 20% off with promo code BOX and free shipping. We love Manscaped, the best in male grooming. Go check them out. I think we've been enjoying our time. Avery, have you put the nose trimmer to use yet?
No trimmer. No. You got to keep the gas out of your fucking nose with the nose hairs, but use the nose trimmer.
Yeah,
fucking fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's recap from last week. Danny, unfortunately, is off the show. She did go 2-1, but Sandy, we take pity. He went 2-1 as well. But so because he was off the show the previous week, he does get to come on.
Is that the worst rule in all of sports?
Well, it's the third tiebreaker because or not the third tiebreaker. It's the second tiebreaker.
Yeah.
The tiebreaker is season record. Danny and Sandy are tied on the year at 5-7. So the second tiebreaker is just if you weren't on the show last week.
The further we get into the year, the less that second tiebreak will come into effect.
Yes, correct.
True.
That's
yes.
true.
Yes. Drew on a free fall.
Terrible.
He won't even. He's not even sitting in the crowd watching
He's
the
so
show.
embarrassed that he's sitting at his desk.
Drew,
He's
get
working
over
out.
here. Drew, come on.
No, he's working hard. Let
Drew
him work
was
hard.
drunk last week during.
Okay.
That people forget.
Everybody
He
forgets
is now-
Drew was drunk when making his picks before.
He is
Yeah.
now on an 0-6 run the last 2 weeks. Drew, what is your record now in the year?
4-8.
Drew, you're not on the show. You don't get to take your time telling me what your
4-8.
record is. He's
He had
4-8.
4-8.
He's already
You gave
angry
me the
over
old
there.
clapperoo.
He's
No,
angry.
Drew, you're good. Don't let him get to your head.
You are.
I went 2-1 last week, 7-5 on the year.
I went 2-1 last week. I am 5-7 on the year.
2-1, still leading the show. Never going to leave. 8-4 on the year.
Oh, I went 2-1. I'm 7-5.
2-1, 7-5.
Bunch of 7-5s over here.
All right.
Love to see it.
Up 1 unit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Up
Yeah.
2.
All right.
No, you take into account the juice. You got to take into account the juice. All right, let's get into the plays. Let's start with the totals, and we'll start with Jared. Give me your total. Did you win your total?
No, last week I lost the total for the first time.
That's right. That's what you said. We said
I hate totals.
totals.
I hate totals.
But
so
I also
much.
won a favorite for the first time because I didn't bet the Vikings. So
That is good. There
I
you
crushed
go.
that.
Did we
We
First
evened it
pick
out.
last
Yeah, because
week?
he said, if you want totals, take my totals. I'm the best in the show. And then you said he's going to get it wrong this week, and he did.
Tails all his time itself.
Hey,
but-
you can't win them all. Can't win them all.
Total.
My total is under 52.5 in the Giants-Cowboys game. For some reason, everybody's betting the over in this game. I don't really understand why. Like, this is a divisional game. Sure, both teams have had pretty solid offenses, but I don't trust Daniel Jones at all. Like, sure, he's looked pretty good. I just don't think he can do it. He's still going to have both Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton out. Trayvon Diggs probably going to cover Kenny Golladay. I don't see this offense moving the ball too much. This over just seems way too high for me. Like 52.5 points. That'd be way too many points in this divisional game. I don't like that. I don't like over in this game.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I agree so much that I might just have to take the over. Like, does anybody else think that 52.5 points is insane for a divisional game here?
Is it one of those things where you like it makes no sense, so you bet it?
I mean,
Yeah.
the Giants were part of the lowest total last week. Why are they a part of like the second highest?
that's
total
why.
this
That's
week?
what Team X is literally saying. Is like
Yeah.
it doesn't. The Giants should not score 25. Like the Cowboys defense is good.
Yeah,
they're
good
good.
defense.
The Giants are moving the ball well right now. They are, and the Cowboys just scored 38 points, so I get it. But again, it's a divisional game. These two teams are very familiar with themselves. I love the play, and I love it so much that I might not be able to take it.
For my total, now I hit my head on a fire extinguisher this week on Monday. I'm a little cloudy up there, and I've been horrible on totals this year. This is the first week, fellas, I'm taking an over on the show. This is the 5th week, so all the first 4 weeks I took unders. I am on an over this week. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense, but that's why I'm taking it. I am on the Saints and the football team over 44 points. I'm going against everything I know here. This is a public play, very public play. Like, everyone's going to see the Saints and the football team over at 44 and be like, that looks too good. I'm going to hammer that. I'm not hammering. I'm throwing a unit on it. I'm going against everything I've stood for on the show, and I'm taking over 44. I don't have much more to say other than that.
I love the under.
I mean, there's so much you can say about the over for this game, considering the football team
put up
defense
points,
has been terrible.
Bottom 3 in the league.
But
Although
again,
just their passing defense has been terrible. The rushing defense has still been great.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
You're not going to
Kamara
ride
involved.
with your guy Jameis Winston scoring points this week, Ave?
No, I think he'll put up 41 points. What's the total? 44?
On his own, he'll put up 41.
Yeah, and
41
then
41-3?
Yeah, 4 TDs.
No, 41-3. You push.
I like it.
Anyways, over 44. That's my pick.
I'm going similar to what Jared was talking about. I'm not taking the same game, of course, but I am going to another divisional matchup. I'm taking the Cardinals and the 49ers under 50. Damn it. I don't know what the number is. I think it's 50. Yeah. I think it's under 50. I'm taking the under because I see Trey Lance likely to play in this game. They didn't move the ball well at all with him in the game last week in the second half. Yeah, he scored a lot of fantasy points for you, but he couldn't move this offense. I know we got some time to prepare here too, but these two teams, again, very familiar with themselves. I think a lot of people see, the excitement of Trey Lance
Familiar
and
with
then
each other. Familiar with themselves.
yes,
Both
each other.
of them. Both are true.
Yeah.
Both are true.
Fair.
Yes, I hope they're familiar with themselves. And I just see this being a game that's low scoring. I know people are in love with the Cardinals so far this year, all the points they can score, but I do think that this is like 24-21 type game.
On that note, I think people forget like that Trey Lance touchdown. He got you fantasy points, but it was an 80-yard broken play touchdown to Deebo Samuel. I don't think I love the under here. I probably might ride that with you, T-Mac. So I don't think the Cardinals are the best offense in the football right now. Like that's no question. But I'm not saying I'm not sold on Trey Lance, but I'm not sold on them to go over the. Is it 50? I think it might be a little higher. No,
I think it's 50.
Is
It might be
50?
52.
Can you check, Danny, what the Cardinals line is?
You think the Cardinals offense is better than the Chiefs offense right now?
They've been putting up
Yeah,
points. They've
I
hit
think
30
they are.
points in every game.
They're pretty similar.
They're the same. I mean, they're
not
1
similar
and 2.
to-
The
Cardinals,
Cardinals, Chiefs under. Or
Is
not
it
Cardinals.
in?
Sorry, Cardinals.
Is it in
49ers.
Arizona or is it in San Fran? Do you know?
It's in Arizona because they're 5.5 point favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that they're just as good. I mean, Murray can run the ball more like Mahomes can't, but they are very similar in terms of how
You
they
think this
score.
offense doesn't score 30 points in a game eventually, right?
Yeah, I think this is the
This
week.
has to be the week. I like the pick.
Jeremy?
Okay. I'm not going to change what worked last week. I won my first total. Total Wizard might be back. I took the lowest total last week and bet the over, and it just hit. 6-3 in the last 3, boys. Last 3 weeks,
Love that.
6-3.
Don't look. Ever since you said your head was clear, do not look now.
Yes.
I got the luxury this week of picking between 2 totals. I could rather go Denver Steelers over 39.5 or Texans and Patriots over 39.5. Both brutal games, but I am going to go with the Broncos Steelers over 39.5. It's a 1-point spread in this game, so I expect the game to be close. Obviously, they're predicting the game's going to be close, which is why I love the over. I mean, if it's 14-14 game, like I expect a really close game here, which is why I would never take the under in this game.
What does the 14-14 game have to do with
Like
anything?
then someone
Well,
needs
I
to get
think a
another
close game,
touchdown to
I'd rather
win.
take
If it
the
goes
under.
to
And then it
overtime,
goes under.
But then it's still under.
Yeah, that's
well, no, you get a touchdown. Actually, yeah, that would go under.
I feel like
That's
close games
completely
we
my
want to
bad.
go
That is
under. Like,
completely my bad.
If
with my
it's
math.
17-17.
I'm taking
touchdown.
21-21.
Even
there you
17-17.
But then I've already
Then
hit
you're
the
already
over.
over.
Okay. You know what?
17-17. There's your score.
Yes, 17-17 goes to overtime. We win. But I think I'd rather
still
have
lose.
this game than the other
field goal,
game.
They don't kick the field goal.
The Patriots are 9-point favorites. Texans have 9 points in the last 2 games. I actually kind of like that over too, just because of how bad the Texas offense has been. Just for jokes, picking the over there
For jokes.
That's
and they're at home.
convincing.
Kind of like it.
But I think that because of this 1-point spread, I could not go away from this. I'm taking the over in the game.
Pick 6, and we're just in business here. And these two,
Yeah.
these two QBs, if Drew
Davis
Lock
Mills.
is starting,
Yeah, Drew Lock.
He's gonna
no,
throw.
no.
Dance
Drew
it.
Lock, big bet. That's
wrong
the over
song.
he
I
has.
think
Yes,
my
yes,
bad.
I'm
bad
all
take.
in on Dancing Drew this week, by the way. I want people to know that.
Pick 6, 3 touchdowns.
But yeah,
right?
pick 6, and we're in business on this over. That's
Yes.
all we need.
Yes.
We don't even need
Well,
good
we
offensive
need the
play.
Broncos to score a lot of points this week. It's going to happen.
Okay, we can get
Well, we
to that.
technically
can
don't
get to
even need that with 39 and a
I'll just
half.
wait for my pick.
Okay.
Packers Bengals over 51.5. I have won approximately 0 fucking totals this year. I probably should take the under in this game. Hoping Joe Mixon doesn't play, so they throw the ball instead of run the ball, take out the clock. Packers have scored more than 28 points in 7 of their last 10 games. Obviously, the week 1 dud this week doesn't really count towards that, so I'll say 7 of their last 9 games. They scored over 28 points.
Yeah, but if you take out the other 2 where they didn't hit it, then they're 7 of 7.
Exactly. That is an absolutely great comment there, Jared. The Bengals have gone under 3 or 4 games this year. It's supposed to be close. T-Mac, I know what you want as one of your picks, and I like the pick as well. So I think the fact of how this game is going to go based on your picks, I think they keep it close and they'll run up the total instead of pushing it down. I honestly have no fucking clue. It's just I got
This was honestly
So,
one of the worst,
I-
most unconvincing starts to the show we've ever had.
I
Everyone's
hate
just
this
like,
pick.
I love
because the Bengals are 31st in the NFL in plays per minute.
Sure,
So
but
they're slow.
hey, if they score on one play, every
so are the
single
Packers.
drive,
I think
we're
a big
laughing.
reason for that is the run game. Like they just run the ball with Joe Mixon a lot. But if he's not playing, they're going to throw the ball a lot more. I also think the
guess
Packers.
so.
But
Packers
here's the thing, though, is that
secondary.
Joe Mixon isn't efficient. So what does it matter who's running it? They'll
I
probably
don't.
have
I
the
just don't
same
think they're
efficiency.
good. I don't think they're going to run the ball that often if he doesn't play the game. They're not going to rely on Samaje Perine to beat the Packers defense.
Oklahoma
But
legend.
you're the guy who says Joe Mixon stinks.
Yeah, but they still give him the ball
Right. So why wouldn't they give another guy who stinks the ball?
Samaje Perine.
because they don't think he's good.
'Cause
They
he
think
stink-
they
he
think
stinks
Joe
more.
Mixon's good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You
Oh,
and
my-
Zach Taylor. He's not even in the same league as you, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just much smarter.
I'm a sharp. He's a square.
What do you want this year?
But if we're going to favorites, speaking of squares, I'm taking the squarest pick. What?
No, I was about to. I thought you said we're going to go to underdogs now.
Oh,
Make sure
no.
you went to favorites
No,
because I want
yeah.
to do favorites.
No.
yeah.
I'm taking this one of the square
Giddy
picks
up.
of the week. Avery said it best. Sometimes the square picks hit.
Square can win.
Yep, square can win. I'm going with the Packers -3 at the Bengals. Now, the Bengals are a fraud 3-1 team. They were down. They got dominated by the Jags last week in the first half, and they were able to come back and win the game. But like the way they looked, if they can only beat the Jaguars by 3 on a last-second field goal, they can't beat the Packers. And the Packers' offense in the past 3 weeks have put up over 30 points, or they average over 30 points.
Yeah, crazy stat that I just gave
Yep.
legit a fucking minute ago.
But mine's a little
Too
different.
bad. Hey, too bad they're 22nd in the NFL in yards per play. Their offense isn't really that good. Hasn't looked
Not
that
like
good.
the Bengals' defense is very good either.
Bengals defense is
actually
fine.
underrated,
It's been
yeah.
mediocre. They're getting Jesse Bates back. I think the Packers are a little bit. We're riding a little too high on the Packers right now.
I don't know.
And
I think-
anyone can have a tight game against a shitty team.
Yeah, and the Packers are vintage. If you watch the Packers, no one on this panel has watched more Packers than me. Whenever there's games like this where you think they should win by a ton, it never is that case. I actually like, and I'm a Packers fan, I like the Bengals. So I'm fading you. I'm actually
Sandy
pissed.
says he likes both my picks, and I'm terrified.
No, but I don't like. I'm not going to take the fucking Bengals.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
I know
like,
that.
I like your
I know
pick.
that.
I'm going to stay away from this one. But the fact that you took the Packers is a little scary. I was hoping no one would touch the Packers and they would just
Jared,
win by
I
more than
fucking love
3.
the pick.
I will say
Thanks,
the
Avery.
last time we did this, you did have the Packers against the Niners, and they won. But I just
But that was
I
a
think
sharp. That was sharp though.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It was more sharp than this.
No. It was very similar. Like the Packers were getting all the bets because they were dogs in that scenario too.
I don't know. I
Remember?
haven't looked at this money percentage.
This one's like it's like 80% of bets are on the Packers.
There was
So
not
it's a
like that
it's a
against
square.
the
It's a
49ers.
square.
The Packers are probably one of, I would say, the most public play this week. If I, had
I
to
just don't
guess.
see
no,
the
the
Bengals.
Rams this week against the Seahawks, but we're not talking about that 'cause it's Thursday.
Yeah, the game
I
has
just don't see
already
the
happened.
Bengals going to 4-1 here.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. They can't do it. And if
I mean, they can
if
still-
Joe Mixon's out, they throw the ball a lot. It's going to be going back and forth. Teams throwing the ball, and Aaron Rodgers can easily outduel Joe Burrow. Even though I'm a Rodgers hater, I think he can easily.
Yeah, he's the biggest hater of Rodgers in the office, and you're on him every
And
week.
I picked him twice.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So going to my total again. This is not. I don't love this play, but I do like it in the spots. The Vikings -9. Now they're playing the Lions. I think the Lions are horrible. Everyone loved last week. Everyone was the Lions were the biggest public underdog last week. Everyone's like Lions are locked. Lions locked. The Bears ran them off the field. The Lions had no business in that football game. The Vikings got embarrassed last week by the Browns. They got fucking embarrassed. They
You want
played
to
like
talk? Worst play of the entire weekend was Dan Campbell going for it in field goal range down 10. It's like, dude, field goal, bro.
Yeah,
Field
Dan
goal.
Campbell is gritty, but that could get to his head a little bit where he's doing crazy shit like that. Vikings -9. Dalvin Cook should be healthier this week, playing better. He only had like 50 yards last week. I mean, I'm back in this. I love this play. Vikings -9. Take it all day. Get it in. Let's go.
I think this is the issue where the Lions do the thing where they play well against a better opponent.
Divisional team.
Yeah,
too.
They
Divisional
they're
lose.
team.
They
divisional.
lose.
They
but not
lose,
by
but they
9.
cover.
Yes,
I
I
They
think
cover.
I will say that I do like this bet from Sandy because the Vikings have looked really good. They didn't look good last week, and it's time for them to
time for a bounce
take it
back.
to somebody in a game
Adam
that they should
Thielen
win.
week. Jared, you're going to hate it when he scores at least a touchdown this weekend. You're going to absolutely be in shambles. But big bounce back week from Adam Thielen, too.
The Vikings have been horrific in close games so far this year too.
Yeah.
They're looking like the Chargers, playing like the Chargers would, like Phil Rivers would, and just blowing close games. But
It is a lot of
It's a
points,
lot of
though.
points, and I think
Yeah.
that's going to have a lot of people liking the Lions. So I respect it. I am going with the Chiefs Drew said I can get 2.5, so I will take my 2.5 in this game. I love the Chiefs in this matchup at home. I don't think the Bills are going to go into Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs on Sunday night. This is where the Chiefs get the season back on track, get to 3-2, take care of the Bills, who really have, we're so impressed by what the Bills have done so far. But let's remember who they played this season. They played the Steelers, they played the Dolphins, they played the Texans, and they played the football team. Those are the 4 teams they played. All those teams stink. They suck.
Yeah.
They're trash. They're garbage. Yeah. And the Bills' defense looks like it's so great, but it's played nobody. The quarterbacks they played have been horrible this year, some of the worst in the NFL. So I think that the Chiefs take care of business here against the Bills. And I think the Bills' offense just doesn't look as good as it's looked the last few weeks. It looks more like it did week 1 against the Steelers in a game here on the road. I love the Chiefs in this because I think it'll be very split in terms of what people will be betting on, and I'm happy to take the best quarterback in the NFL.
Now, what is the total in that game? Because the Chiefs' defense is fucking
56.5.
Yeah, that's high. But fuck, that defense is so bad, man.
Bad. I think it'll play well at home.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like the pick.
No, they won't play well. Ever. Literally ever.
I am going with this week. Money is going towards this team, but that's okay. Sometimes square wins. But that's the Bucks -10 at home against the Dolphins. They disappointed everyone last week, not covering against the Patriots. Obviously, we know the money was outrageous on the Bucks this week. I think that they figure things out at home and just take it to the Dolphins. This is a Dolphins team that did not look good last week against the Colts. This offense.
Carson Wentz was in Florida.
Yeah, it's because Carson Wentz was in Florida.
Best bet of the year.
But they're going to go to Tampa Bay, and I think Tampa just gives it to them. Dolphins won't be able to get anything going. Run game, obviously, this is the best run defense in the NFL, but the run game hasn't been good either way. So they're going to have to throw the ball, and I just don't see any offense being generated by the Dolphins in this game. I think the Bucs just take it to them. I think this is 10-point spread. I'm not afraid to take this.
Bucs secondary kind of injured. They're gonna have to throw it. I think there's some weapons.
I can trust Jacoby Brissett still. I don't love it. I wish the Dolphins were at home so I could take the Dolphins. Tom Brady sucks in Miami, but yeah, it's a fine pick.
Yeah,
it's fine. All right, my favorite. I like to usually go for the 1:00 game, so I can either be like happy or like really sad. But I'm going at a 4:25 game or 4:05. I don't know when they play. Chargers -1 is my favorite. Chargers 7-1 against the spread in their last 8. The Chargers are 6-0 straight up in their last 6 games at home against the Cleveland Browns. The Chargers are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 October games. And Cleveland is 1-8 straight up in their last 9 games versus the AFC West.
That was awesome, Avery. I gotta give it to you. That's great.
I love the October game.
That was horrible stuff.
You hate it. But
Horrible stuff.
He wrote it down. I'm glad he came. I'm glad he claimed
Anything
that.
for week 5 in particular?
Anything for week 5? No, the week 5 stats weren't good, so I didn't include them.
He had October stats.
Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough.
I think the Browns did it last week as dogs on the road +1. This is still ugly as well. The Chargers have been really good at home. Mm-hmm. I trust the Chargers. I think it feels like a different team. You don't think the Chargers have been good at home?
No, they haven't.
You hate it.
No.
They'll ride it this year. I don't fucking like the Browns. The run defense isn't good for the Chargers.
Odell's a cancer to that locker room.
It seems like you're telling yourself that you like the Browns.
No, I hate the Browns. I fucking hate the Browns. Chargers -1. I think it's an easy lock.
Easy lock.
I love it. Chargers look great this year. They look fantastic. I think they keep it rolling.
They beat the best team in football in fucking week 3. So.
Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
All right, going to the underdogs. For some reason, everybody is on the Saints this week. It's one of the heaviest betted, or most one-sided bets is on the Saints -2. So I'm taking the football team +2 at home. Gotta love a good home dog. And for some reason, even the football team defense has not been what everybody thought it would be, but it's only in the passing game. The rushing defense is still very good. They haven't allowed over 60 rushing yards to any running back so far this season. I think that's going to continue with Kamara. Even Saquon and Austin Eckler couldn't do it. Sure, they allowed a lot to Cordell Patterson through the air, but he's obviously a different breed.
Saquon against
He's built different.
Saquon against Saquon running the ball against his own defense.
Saquon doesn't play for the football team.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Saints.
No.
Okay, my bad.
No, I'm talking the football team. Yeah, their rushing defense is still very good. It's the passing defense that's not good. But I don't think Jameis Winston is very good at all. Does anyone want to take a guess what he's averaging in passing yards per game so far this season?
120.
171.
153.
That's elite.
Awful.
So you guys
Terrible.
want
So
you guys want the
fucking efficient.
Hey, you want the tidbit of the year so far?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a complete fate of Jared, unfortunately. But teams that didn't cover the spread the previous week against teams that did cover the spread the previous week are 20-6 against the spread. 20-6.
Saints have been good one week, bad the next week. This is a good week for the Saints.
But
But they
James
did
Winston
cover
isn't
last
good.
week.
He only has 3 touchdowns in the past 3 games too. So
He had 3 against.
I don't think
or
he's
5 against the
even though the
Packers, so.
football team passing defense hasn't been good. I think Jameis Winston's been even worse. So he's not going to be able to do anything against them. I'm taking the football team here.
I think that's more of a Sean. This is more of a Sean Payton thing than a Jameis Winston thing. Jameis wants to let that fucking puppy rip, right?
Yeah, but his average depth of target is like last in football.
Yeah.
It's like
Sean
really bad.
Sean Payton's just
Because that's the offense.
keeping that dog in the
Panthers
cage.
over there, yeah.
So
But if you let Jameis out, he's gonna throw 30 interceptions. So you gotta kind of
Not
find a
anymore.
middle
We
ground.
haven't
You gotta-
seen him do that.
you've never seen Jameis Winston
With eyes.
with after LASIK.
Oh my God.
Letting him play his game.
I'll be waiting to see it. I hope he lets him.
We'll
open
never
up.
see it. We'll
Sean
never see
Payton
it.
gotta let him
Jameis
open
Winston,
up.
no more.
Yeah, we'll never see it.
All right.
Sean Payton won't let it happen.
All right, for my underdog this week. Now, you guys are probably gonna hate this. Like everyone's high on Carolina this year. Could not be me. I bet against them last week, and I'm betting against them this week. Eagles plus 3.5 against the Carolina Panthers. Jeremy, you know what? Jeremy probably loves the Panthers this week, and that's why I love the Eagles.
No, I don't.
Look who the Panthers have beat this year. 2 of their 3 wins have been against the Jets and the Texans. You gave out a nugget about something similar like that. The Jets and the Texans. Carolina, Sam Darnold's playing a hell of football. He's playing great. What does he have? 5 rushing TDs, leads the league. He's playing great. DJ Moore is playing amazing. I love the Eagles. The Eagles put up a fight, even though it didn't look like it on the scoreboard. The Chiefs' offense looked crazy last week, but the Eagles put up points. They did their thing.
Well, the refs fucking helped them get 14
Oh,
points.
please. The refs. No, the refs did not. They had Devonta Smith touchdown called back, and they had another touchdown called back in the first half on Goddard.
That was a
Bullshit.
great call. And then the fucking fumble where they scored
No,
the touchdown.
no, it wasn't a good
Real
call.
fumble. It was a
Avery,
great
you
fucking
read the
call.
box score. This guy's a box score reader. That could not be
fucking
me.
game.
Yeah, so did
I'm a
fucking
Chiefs
I.
fan.
I had the money on the Eagles, and I have money on the Eagles again this week. There is no way. This is
Well,
my
he had
favorite
fake money
play.
on
Yeah,
the
fake money, plus 14 money.
Yeah, this is fake money on the Eagles.
Shut the fuck
Teaser
up.
money?
Shut the fuck up, and it covered. The regular spread didn't. Anyways, I have the Eagles plus 3.5 against Carolina. 70% of the bets are on Carolina. That means 30% of the bets are on the Eagles. I am part of that 30%, and so should you. Eagles plus 3.5.
I don't know how you can trust this. They've done it now. This is going to be the 3rd week in a row. Money is completely lopsided against the Eagles, and the Cowboys, everyone was saying pick the Eagles as a sharp money, didn't hit. And then last week, same thing, line
Yeah.
didn't move.
Well, sharp money
Eagles,
was on the
I don't know
Eagles
how you can
against the
trust the
Niners, too.
Eagles. Yeah. I don't know
trust
how
the
you can
Eagles.
trust the
Good.
Eagles.
I
I would
no one-
not fucking trust the Eagles after 3 weeks
Well,
in a row of that
the reason
shit.
he trusts the Eagles because Jared said Jalen Hurts was going to be good this year, and Sandy drafted him in fantasy.
No, I like the Eagles. I watched a full game of Eagles football.
So-
I've watched 2 straight games of Eagles football.
So
and I love the
Jalen
way they
Hurts has
play.
put up a ton of garbage time passing yards, a ton. And the Panthers are fantastic defensively. They're like top 3 in the NFL against quarterback completion percentage, and they get off the field on 3rd down better than anyone else in the NFL. So I'm terrified for Jalen Hurts.
Oh, they just get destroyed by the Cowboys.
right, and they're still number 1 in that category even after that game.
The Eagles also got destroyed with the Cowboys, but yeah.
I think beginning of the year we were like the Eagles are going to suck, and now we're through 4
convinced
games and it
ourselves.
seems like people are changing their mind. I still think they kind of stink.
That's fine.
So, yeah,
Take
I get
the
it.
Panthers. You
I
guys
get
should.
it.
It's
I get it. We got to this earlier, but I'm all over the Bengals plus 3 this week. It is my favorite play of the week. Just like the Jets were my favorite play of the week last week. This is my favorite play this week. The Packers' offense just isn't as good as you think it is. They're 22nd in the NFL in yards per play. They cannot get off the field on 3rd down defensively. They're like their 3rd down opponent conversion percentage is like 50%. They can't get off the field on 3rd down. The Bengals also have been running the ball a
Good
ton.
thing they're going to get Jalen Smith, though, right? That's going to help.
Yes, that's right. He's a great
Oh
player.
yeah, great player.
He's a great player. All that money they gave him. I love the Bengals this week. I get that people are going to be a bit off them after that Jaguars game. This offense has so many weapons. Joe Burrow has so many weapons. T. Higgins looks like he's going to be back. Jesse Bates, like I mentioned, is going to be huge for them defensively. They're at home here. Last 5 games against the Packers, 4-1 straight up. The Bengals are. The Bengals have beaten the
remember they beat
Packers
the Packers a couple
4
seasons
of
ago,
the
yeah.
last 5 games against them.
What is that? What's that range? though?
Means
It's like
means the Packers are due.
4 of the last 5 at home against the Packers. They have won.
How
It's
many
like a
games is
decade.
Vontaze Perfect playing, though? He's a fucking difference
How many
maker.
injuries? How many injuries did he cause?
Yeah, that also probably goes back to what 2000.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's what
Well, yeah, because
they don't
they're
play
up
every year.
Yeah, they play every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes back 10
Every
years.
4.
Is it every?
Is it every 4?
Yeah, you play each
opposite
conference team every
yeah.
4 years.
But
I don't think so.
That goes back
Yeah,
to Brett Favre.
I know for a fact.
It goes back to the Brett Favre.
Oh yeah,
era.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But that's still Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Packers.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
like
that doesn't
yeah.
really
Yeah.
change too much.
Yeah.
Might enter the elite Andy Dalton era though.
True. Yeah.
Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer era. Yeah.
Not bad. I like this play. I'm a Packers fan, as I said, but I'm not going to touch this game on the spread. I don't think I'll touch this game at all. But I think T. Higgins coming back is good. Packers secondary, Jair Alexander probably not going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't practiced
Hasn't
yet.
practiced. Avery, shut the fuck up.
guys
This is
money
not your
tonight.
time.
It's true.
right?
It's true. It's true. We
This
are
is
feeding
not
to
your
your
time, though.
narrative.
This is
Yeah,
not
Money's
your
in my
time.
fucking ears.
We are feeding to your narrative.
All right.
Great talk.
Kevin
Mac-
King might be back though. That's big for the Packers.
Yeah, if Kevin King
Over.
Kevin King, I'm like a little concussed. I might not
Sandy
wake up.
Kevin King concussion having.
Yeah. Oh my God. Kevin King, please don't fucking play. If he does, lock Bengals +3. Lock it in.
All right, Jeremy.
Lock.
All right, so my second favorite dog last week was the Giants. I
favorite.
put in the money. I'm a man of my word. You can check my Bet365 account.
How would they check your Bet
Yeah, you're
365?
just-
How are you
Give
going to
them
send
the
this
I'll
to people?
tweet it. Okay, I'll
All right,
send
tweet
a
it out
picture.
right after.
+7. I don't know why. I really like the Giants. They looked good against the Saints in the fourth quarter. They came back. Obviously had the win in overtime. I think this is too many points in a division game here. I think the Giants are sneaky good. I know they started off the year 0-3, but they're the
They
team.
can also be sneaky
Good.
bad.
They're the team.
No, they're not even
that
sneaky.
DJ
beats
hasn't
teams.
turned the ball over
Yeah,
much
he
yet.
hasn't. That's actually
Daniel
crazy.
Jones, yeah, he's looked pretty good this
He's
year,
rushing,
and
he's looking athletic.
they're a
Still
team
not ready.
that will beat teams or compete
terrible.
against teams they really, I guess, shouldn't. Like when they're heavy dogs,
They have like a hard
compete.
schedule coming up too. Have you looked at their recent?
That's the
game-
thing,
of
though.
their
But that's the
upcoming
thing with the
games? They're
Giants; they'll
crazy.
win games like this.
My
So like
iPhone's
beating the
disabled.
Saints was huge, going 0-3 when they should have went 3-0. But are you okay over there?
I was sitting on my phone and now it's disabled for 10 minutes. I don't
Fuck,
know.
dude,
I'm trying to look
that's
up some
not-
Giants schedule, but
Doesn't fucking matter.
Couldn't be me taking my phone out during this
yeah.
fantastic show.
I was looking up some nuggets for Jared.
Giants +7 against the Cowboys. Love the pick. My favorite pick of the week.
Lock it in.
I have nothing to say.
It's a gross one.
Yeah, it is gross.
When it hits, though, that's one of those bets that when it hits, you feel fucking great, though.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Okay, my dog, the Denver Broncos traveling to Steel City against the Pittsburgh Steelers. +1.
Dogs.
77% of money is on the Steelers. The Steelers are 1-5 against the spread in the last 6 home games. The Broncos 6-1-2 against the spread
Yeah, but that's
in their
also-
last 9 games against the Steelers.
Oh.
Best case scenario. This is a best case scenario game here. Best case scenario, Teddy Bridgewater plays. This line opened as the Broncos being favorites. Best case scenario, you bet them as dogs. Teddy Bridgewater plays. The line swings to favorites. You're on the other side of it.
I don't think Teddy's gonna play.
I have no idea. To be honest,
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I can't predict
Dr.
a
Sandy.
concussion. I can't predict.
Yeah.
You, Teddy Bridgewater. Who do you think clears concussion protocol first?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, exactly. Dancing Drew. Everyone hates Dancing Drew Lock, but this side of the show, I fucking love Dancing Drew. There's just something about him. He has moxie. He's not a good football player, but he's
does
got a
have
little bit of
moxie.
moxie.
I think he can rally the fellas like in Pittsburgh. He seems like the guy.
Hell no.
I think he can get him rallied.
Do you think Von Miller is listening to anything that comes out of Drew Lock's mouth?
Yeah.
But that's
No
why he's on the
chance.
defensive side. Drew's got his offensive guys.
I think the
Drew will
opposite of
have
that.
that
I think
offense
he
right
Yes,
now,
he'll have
right?
them
He'll
excited.
have them
He'll
ready
get-
to
I don't know if it's going to be pretty.
Jalen Waddle, or not Jalen Waddle, Jerry Judy's not out there either. Shit. I was going to say that Jerry Judy has no respect for the Mizzou product. That's for sure. But he's not there with him.
Mizzou isn't real SEC football. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But just think about it. They can still run the ball, which is I'm fine with. The Steelers are a good run defense. They're a good defense overall. So it's tough to run the ball on the road. Motherfucker, I just keep...
You said that about the Chargers too.
Every pick
That's
you
the
made,
lifestyle.
you're like, fuck.
But no, Big Ben is fucking
He
shit.
has all the stats, and he's like, wait, I think I hate it.
Big Ben is... Hey, sometimes you have to make picks that you hate, and they win.
Yeah, I did that
right?
today,
Yeah.
too.
I've only lost one team spread on the season. I've lost every total, but only one. I've only bet on the Eagles, and they lost. So don't bet on the Eagles.
Yes, bet the fucking Eagles. That's why I bet the Eagles.
What?
It's the opposite.
Said that's the only game he lost.
That's what I'm saying. So bet the Eagles this week. They're due.
There too.
Yeah, I have a pretty good track record this year, but that's fine. I just think the Broncos are a better football team. Ben's washed. Najee Harris runs for 1 yard per carry. I don't know if that's true, but it's not good. He's inefficient as fuck, like I said he would be. Offensive line is broken. Take the Broncos, make some money.
Nice.
A good defensive score from the Broncos, right?
Yeah, right. No, kick return.
Kick return.
Over.
Over, yeah, it's low as fuck, right?
Yeah,
39 and a half.
Jeremy's on it.
Hey, we can both win.
I need dancing. I need 14 from dancing.
Dancing Drew's gonna.
I'll
put
take
up
35. Actually, no. I need you to put.
way.
I need you to put 28.
I need 14.
I need
He needs
28.
Drew.
more than
No,
that.
because I was thinking the
Jared.
Steelers were just gonna crush them.
I'm gonna make a call to Dancing Drew.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that video saying Drew Lock has a horse cock? That's gonna be playing all fucking week when he puts up 35 points.
That's an all-time TikTok video.
I might fucking tweet it from my account right now.
Nice.
All right. Anything else? Anyone? Anything to say before we wrap up?
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to the show.
Yes.
Leave us a comment. If you hate our picks, let us know. But we'll be posting all our plays on Twitter and Instagram as usual per week. Check us out there.
Yes.
Anything else, T-Mac?
I mean, look, I'm the best on the show. I'm 8-4. I'm never leaving.
all leave.
So if you're gonna back,
Yeah.
if you're gonna
Hand
back
that
it,
off.
if you're gonna back anyone, you already know.
Actually,
to
the
back.
best thing to back right now might just be fading Drew.
Yeah, or fading Drew. Yeah, please do.
Don't
Drew
listen
did
to
say.
that bullshit
Drew
about
did
fading
tell
yourself
us.
is false.
Drew did tell us this morning that he is straight up fading himself. So be sure to go to our socials because his plays will be up there. And if
might
you want to
be
make
sharp,
money, you can
yeah.
fade them.
Yeah.
I know, but people
know, but-
say they fade themselves. Like,
how does
fucking-
that
Yeah,
go?
you're kind of in your own head.
Can't
At
stop
that
thinking
point,
about the
Come on.
Denver Broncos quarterback room. Have to be two of the biggest dicks in the league. Eh? Big Dick Teddy and Dancing.
Where did this go?
That was so random.
We've never seen the outline or anything of Drew Lock's dick. We have no idea.
Yeah, but
you guys? All right.
Drew Lock has a horse cock.
Promo.
No,
Plug
but
the
just
show.
because
Let's get out of
someone
here.
says it,
Doesn't matter.
Plug the show.
no, just because
Monkeys are
someone says
clapping
it, it
here.
doesn't mean that he has it.
It's fine. Fade at your own risk, T-Mac.
Plug the show.
I'm not fading. What do you mean plug the show?
Plug the sponsor. How do we pay for bills around here?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And give Sandy a handshake. How do we pay the bills around here?
Talking about Teddy Bridgewater and Drew, got to clean it up down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
If Drew Lock, who I don't believe has a huge cock, if he wants it to look huge, he's going to need to groom properly. There's certain ways you can groom that can enhance the look of your penis. And use Manscaped when you do it.
The
Promo
Lawnmower
code BOX.
4.0, yeah.
20% off.
Worldwide
Free
shipping.
worldwide shipping with promo code BOX with manscaped.com. Go check them out.
Drew Lock
Thank
has
you
a
guys
horse cock.
for watching, and we will see you next week.